Hi, I'm Andrew Mentor from Physmodo. Quick audience participation. Anyone here suffered from lower back injury, knee injury, ankle injury? All right, those of you who did not raise your hand, well done. So our doctors like to give patients lab tests. We want to look at cholesterol. We want to look at A1C levels. We want to look at vitamin D levels. And we measure results. If something's wrong, let's try and fix it. So what about that ankle injury? What if you had an asymmetry of about 10% from one side to the other? If we had the predictive analytics to be able to predict that ankle injury, that'd be a great thing. And that's what we do at Physmodo. We measure movement objectively and efficiently with a lot of scale. So I may not have the most credibility as a biomechanics guy, but there's some smart people at the Journal of Athletic Medicine, PhD people and all that would say the same thing. As far as movement screenings, they've been around for 20 years or so. The functional movement screen is probably the leading movement screen. It's a great screen, but its biggest limitation is time. It's a minimum of 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes to put an athlete, a patient, an employee through the screen. So at Physmodo, we have an objective screen that's very efficient, that we're doing in less than 30 seconds. We could probably get everyone in this audience screened in less than an hour. So here's what we do. We have someone perform 3 overhead squats, and infrared sensors reading their joints, and we're going to give you a mobility score, an activation, posture, and symmetry score, and indicate where you have some movement inefficiencies. Here, this person has a lot of asymmetry on the left side, favoring their left side. We're not a diagnostic machine, but we're giving information, and people can use that data to make intervention strategies. Estimated market size. The worst thing in the world, I understand this, to say to investors is we can hit every single market. That said, we can hit every single market. The team sports market is big, but when you're looking at corporate wellness and their highest cost for healthcare being musculoskeletal, we can address that. We can address the 750,000 soldiers in the Army that are not deployable due to non-combat related injuries. Most of those are musculoskeletal. In terms of value prop, this slide has too many arrows and words, but if we just stick with military and team sports, really what we're trying to do is reduce overuse injuries. Really a big things with athletes, again on the wellness side, reducing the musculoskeletal costs. There's over $900 billion in musculoskeletal costs in this country. It's over 5% of GDP. Our client base, let's focus on the one in the top center. I can't read it, so I doubt you can. But I want to focus on that's the U.S. military. We have a contract with the Navy SEALs. We just signed one for $140,000. A great opportunity to reduce their costs. They're spending billions and billions of dollars on musculoskeletal injuries that can be prevented. Competitors using infrared sensors to measure movement. There's some great companies out there. We just had a slightly different approach. We have one movement, it's less than 30 seconds, it's automated. So here's our competitive advantage. Not to get too technical, but there's a sensor that has and a joint detection software. Most of the software is built for video games and gestures on the left. What we've built and spent 18 months building and costing a lot of money is a biomechanics joint detection device, which is very, very precise, something we absolutely need. Another advantage is our partnership with TRX, which is a fantastic brand. They've been great for us as we've started out in the gym space, the military space, and you may have seen a couple college teams on there. Our management team, Tyler Nicholson is here. He's going to be joining us for the Q&A. He's our biomechanics expert. And then we have a bunch of smart engineers. We did raise $2.75 million to date, which has gotten us to a point where we can take 18 months to build our new piece of software. And we'll be raising quite a bit after here. So, in closing, the number one cause of injury is previous injury, which we can't do anything about. The number 2 cause of injury is asymmetry, which is something we can do a lot about. And there's some athletes in this room, there's a lot of athletes in this room whose careers depend on staying healthy. And at Physmodo, we can help you do that. So, thank you.